Hello friends, so welcome to Big Data Knowledge Hunt. In the today's video we will be seeing the Spark architecture in brief. So this is the first part of the video where we will be discussing the some of the concept in the Spark architecture. So the Spark architecture consists of the concept of four things, that is the RDD, next is the DAG, next is the transformations and actions. So RDD is the resilient distributed data set and DAG is the directed acyclic graphs. So these are the four things on which the Spark architecture has been built up. So we will see in detail in the today's video. We will be see what is RDD, and the RDD is related to transformation and action. So these three concepts we will be seeing in the today's video, and the DAG we will be seeing in the next part. So let us start with the video. So the RDD, these are the features of RDD, that is fault tolerance, lazy evaluation, caching, in-memory computation and partitioning. So we will see each of these feature in brief and how it is related to RDD. So fault tolerance is achieved by RDD, that is resilient distributed data set. So data is stored among multiple clusters in the form of copy. Next is lazy evaluation. When we will discuss the transformation and action, we will get the concept of lazy evaluation. The next feature is the caching. So if the data is needed multiple times, then it is better to store a copy of data in a cache so that it can be used multiple times. So Spark performs this action. In-memory computation means the data is taken into RAM and then it is processed. Partitioning means the data is divided into multiple parts so that it can be used multiple times. So these are some of the features of RDD, and we will see how they are related to the transformations and actions. So we will see what is transformations and what is actions. So here I have written some of the queries. So in the Spark architecture, whenever we perform the transformation, RDD is created. So here var A, this is the first RDD, which is named as RDD0, RDD1 and RDD2. So in var A, I have taken a text file as an input from the system. So it is a data set which I have taken as an input and store it into var A. Next, the var B, filter operation is performed on the var A, whereas in var C, the distinct operation is performed on var B. So these three are the different RDDs created and then the action is performed. So how the transformation is related to the feature. So if we discuss about the lazy evaluation, so we can see whenever the var A is generated from the text file, so no action is performed. Similarly, when we generate var B from a var A, then also no operation is performed. So it takes times. Next is caching. So it stores a copy of data in the memory. So caching is achieved. And next is whenever we do the operations, the data is stored in the RAM memory. So the in-memory computation is achieved. Easily we can get the data from RAM. Next is the fault tolerance. So the RDDs are created to achieve the fault tolerance since the data is stored among multiple clusters. Next is the partitioning of data. So in-memory is achieved by using RAM. In the partitioning means creating the multiple parts of data. So here the data is divided into three RDDs, that is var A, var B and var C. So these are the three partitions which we will use for the further transformation. So the partitioning is being achieved in the Spark. So next is the action. So based on after these three transformations, the action is performed and the output is being generated. So what are the types of transformation? There are two types of transformation. First is the narrow transformation and next is the wide transformation. So narrow means simple transformation where one-to-one mapping is there. So the two partitioning are mapped among themselves. It contains the operation as map, filter, union and etc. Whereas in wide transformation, there are one-to-many mapping. So multiple partitioning are incorporated in the wide transformation. So it performs operation as join, intersection, etc. The action contains the operation as collect or count. So this is the final step which will generate the output in the Spark architecture. During each transformation, a DAG is generated. No operations is being performed since the RDD will create a DAG. What is DAG? We will see in the next session. So after each transformation, a graph is being created which is known as directed acyclic graph. So this is the whole process of the Spark architecture. The operations are carried out in the following scenario. So let us discuss the overview of the Spark architecture. So the input is provided in the form of text file or HDFS, and then it converts into the multiple RDDs, that is resilient distributed dataset. The RDD perform the transformation. During each transformation, a DAG is generated, that is directed acyclic graph, and then the final action is performed which generates the output as a result. So this is the basic cycle of the Spark architecture. I hope you are aware with the concept. So in the next session we will discuss the DAG, that is directed acyclic graph. Thank you for watching the videos. For more videos, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.